Congressman Glenn Nye, I am making this video to let you know how displeased my friends and I are with your representation of us Democrats in the United States House of Representatives. It was our hope that once we dumped Thelma Drake, the George W. Bush lackey, that we would have a member of Congress that wanted the same things we want. It turns out this isn't so. I understand as a freshman you have limited seniority and only sit on subcommittees of the House Armed Services Committee. Those subcommittees are Sea Power Subcommittee, Readiness Subcommittee, and Oversight and Investigations Subcommittee. Nevertheless, even with the constraints of being a freshman congressman, you still have a full vote in Congress, which I feel should represent your constituents and not the big money contributors to your campaign. You accepted $51,000 from healthcare professionals. Could it be that your vote was bought? Could it be that your vote was bought? I think part of your decision to vote against healthcare reform is because many of your constituency already have healthcare in the form of veterans benefits and TRICARE, as well as dispensaries and clinics on the bases. Now granted, many of the active duty military vote in their own home of record districts via absentee ballot. There is no argument, however, that many of these active duty members stay in this area due to any number of reasons that people are drawn to Virginia Beach. I think you have turned your back on the rest of your district, not listening to our needs. I have written you several times on this and other issues, using your web form online, as well as several telephone calls to your staffers. Some were sympathetic to my wishes for a strong public option for health insurance, but I was not looking for sympathy. I was looking for meaningful leadership on healthcare accessibility, an issue that has been problematic for several decades. Your vote against healthcare reform tells me a lot about what your priorities are. They don't match up with the needs of Virginia's 2nd Congressional District. This was an important vote and you blew it. I haven't talked to anyone who thought your vote was an act of political courage. Quite the opposite. Most people I've talked to think that you caved. I think you need to reconsider your affiliation with the Blue Dog Democrats. Incidentally, you accepted $10,000 from the Blue Dog PAC. As far as party loyalty goes, you blew it. There is no room to be bipartisan. You needed to come out of the closet as a Democrat, but instead, you decided to vote like a bathroom stall trolling Republican. If I were Nancy Pelosi or Steny Hoyer, I would look at how you voted with the Republicans and factor this into my decision before offering you any chairmanships or leadership positions in next year's Congress. Again, I don't look at your dissension as courageous or bold, but rather like you were pandering to your campaign contributors. Since you are a freshman congressman, we wouldn't be losing someone tenured with chairmanships that could wield a lot of political influence for our district. We would be replacing a freshman congressman who doesn't espouse our views with another freshman congressman who does. Maybe you're thinking that if you were a single-term congressman, why would the Democrat voters want to replace you? Because your replacement could very well be a Republican. I feel like that with you representing us in Congress, we already have a Republican. Why should we re-elect a closeted Republican when we have better choices in the field waiting to represent us? Mr. Nye, you turned your back on us, so we, your constituency, turn our back on you.